Hey sportsmen, John Bergsman here from Captain Chuck's in Ludington for this week's video fishing report, and we are all over the place with this report. We've got super high quality fishing to talk about, so stay tuned. So, first stop of the day, way out to the central basin of Lake Erie, we got Captain Gary Zart with his son Nicholas. They moved the boat east again, and now they're sitting in the Ashtabula area of Ohio, kind of by Geneva on the lake. Now that's central basin, but let me tell you what, if you guys are looking for an awesome adventure, that is worth the drive. Captain Gary is on some hog fish. Then we're gonna swing back around here into Michigan. We're gonna head on up to the Thumb area. Now we don't always talk about the Thumb area, but we got a great report from Captain Allie out of our Harbor Beach. And Harbor Beach has been kicking out fish. Harbor Beach, Lexington, Sanilac. We've been seeing a lot of posts from them this year. We're hoping to include them a little bit more next year. We apologize for not getting to that neck of the woods enough. But Captain Allie has been going out of there and catching great fish. Now we're going to slide up, and the West Michigan Walleye Club had their local, well, it's not a local club, they're from the West Michigan area, but they had one of their regional tournaments up on Mullet Lake in Cheboygan. Got a great report for that, tons of fish caught. Then we jump over the bridge for a couple of stops in the central Upper Peninsula. Out of Marquette, we got a report from Captain Mike Coziera, and then we drop down to Escanaba, where we've got a good local friend of ours who's given us an awesome report for some really good perch fishing that's just starting up. And then we come back over the bridge and we end with Captain Tony DiFilippo here in the Traverse City region talking about deep water smallmouth. 6 great reports. Stay tuned here from Captain Chuck's in Ludington. So first report of the day is my personal friend, Captain Gary Zart, Captain Nicholas Zart, father-son team, typically based out of Lorraine, but they've been bouncing the boat to the east to stay into the quality fish. Now that's really one of the big things about Captain Gary and Nicholas and Blue Dolphin Walleye charters. These guys aren't just content to catch 17 to 20-inch fish. They keep moving their rig, they keep going to new ports, and they keep staying on the 4 to 6 pound fish for their customers' enjoyment. And let me tell you what, when you look at these pictures going across the screen, you're gonna see boards of 4 to 6 pound fish. That's because they're all over them. Now, it's a super detailed report. For those of you who really want the details, go to Fisherman'sDigest.com. Click on Ashtabula, Ohio, the fishing report. We actually have an Ashtabula designation, and you can read Gary's report. So what in quick order, he's catching the fish between 68 and 74 feet of water. He's catching them on a combination of dipsies and wire on the boards. Now, he's using ripple and red fins when he's running them on the dipsies, and he's using deeper crankbaits when he's running them off the wire. Now, it's kind of, like a salmon fishing presentation, to be honest. So if you're familiar with salmon fishing techniques, you'd have a great time. Haul your boat out there. Geneva on the Lake is an awesome little area on Lake Erie. Lots of fun, lots of restaurants, lots of great fish. Or you can base yourself out of Ashtabula. The run isn't far. It's about 7 miles out of the harbor to the fish. And once you get on the fish, let me tell you what, they are snapping and they are big. So check out that in-depth written report. And if you're looking to get out on a charter and have a great time, book up with Captain Nick and Captain Gary from Blue Dolphin. Maybe book a whole day, maybe a morning, and then take a break and book an afternoon again and have a great time there on Lake Erie catching some awesome walleye in Central Basin out of Ohio.
Freeway Sports Center is Southeast Michigan's fishing boat headquarters. Freeway carries the full line of Angler Quest fishing pontoons and Polar craft boats, powered by Honda outboard engines. Stop by our showroom today at US 23 and Thompson Road in Fenton, or visit us online at freewaysports.com. Spring, summer, fall, or winter, get to Freeway Sports Center.
So we got an awesome report today out of Harbor Beach from Captain Alan Bedone. he has told me that the fishing there has been very, very solid for the last several weeks. And this is what he's reporting. Fish have been about 120 to 140 in total depth. That's that 20-foot band that he's finding the best fish in. It's a mix of walleye, Lakers, and silverfish, either steelhead or coho. And his presentation's really been pretty specific. Now, if you're looking to just put fish in the boat while Lakers are still biting this time of year, just set anything 20 foot off the bottom. Just a good solid bait, probably a big paddle and a you know, like a whirly gig or a peanut, something small behind a big paddle. A white paddle seems to work the best. That'll get fish attracted into your sets and catching your lake trout. Now, on the rest of your sets, whether it's riggers, divers, or boards, you're gonna be wanting to concentrate that the effort's about 100 down if you want Lakers. If you want silverfish or walleyes, then you're gonna wanna get up into that upper 25 foot of water. It seems like the fish are riding high. So how would you go about doing that? Oh, I'd probably run anything from a 50 to 100 copper. Even 125 copper might be okay. But if you get much deeper than 125 copper, you're gonna drop below that 30-foot mark and you're gonna be out of the zone for the silvers. So speed has been up, and it seems like up, when I say up, I mean 2.7 to 3, even 3.25 can be good if you get a good stable weather day, and it seems like the fish are wanting it. Speed can be a trigger. Also, black edge or purple spoons seems to be working really good. Now, we've seen that black edge and purple color be a factor all the way from Lexington, Sanilac, Harbor Beach, all the way up north of Tawas to Oscoda. Seems like we've been getting a lot of reports of guys doing really good on the darker color spoons. So remember that when you're doing your sets. Don't just commit yourself to the same silvers or oranges that you normally would run this time of year in Lake Huron. Try putting some darker stuff out there. It seems to be catching a lot of fish. But if you're looking for a great time and a new port to try, give Harbor Beach and that East Thumb area a shot.
Make loading and unloading your boat easy with the Drotto Catch and Release Automatic Boat Latch. Load with ease. Simply drive on the trailer and the Drotto will automatically latch to your bow eye. A hard plastic liner protects your boat. For launching, back your boat in, pull the release lever, and away you go. For roller or bunk trailers, the Drotto is quick and easy to install and works with most V-hull boats. Spend less time at the landing and more time fishing. The Drotto Catch and Release Automatic Boat Latch. Online at DrottoProducts.com.
So hey, the little town of Cheboygan has been a favorite of mine all year long, and that's because it offers a two-fisted punch for fishing. It's got great fishing out of the port of Cheboygan out onto Lake Huron, giving you access to Reynolds Reef, Spectacle Reef, and the south end of Boys Blank Island. And those three general spots, along with the greater area outside of the port of Cheboygan, offer some awesome fishing. Now, this last week, I was up in Mullet Lake with the boys from the West Michigan Walleye Club. Hey guys, if you're listening to this and you're from within 30 or 40 miles of the Walker, northwest side of Grand Rapids area, and you're looking for a great club to get involved with, the West Michigan Walleye Club is a very active club. They try to educate. They do their tournaments for fun. There's no payout, but guys talk to each other. They communicate with each other. They help each other with information, and as they tour around the state with their little for fun tournaments, they actually are helping their members become better walleye fishermen and to try to break down and understand each of the lakes that they fish. Well, they were up on Mullet Lake this last weekend. They had a great time. Lots of boats came in with full boat limits of walleyes. It seemed like there was two primary presentations that were going. They were ripping shiver minnows, or they were trolling really slow death rigs, the butterfly blade slow death rigs by Northland. And you couldn't get two presentations, I guess, that are more opposite. One is a pretty aggressive presentation where you're snap ripping, a 1 to 1.5 ounce bait on and off the bottom. The other is a slow troll presentation in the mid depths. It seemed like the fish were holding in between 30 and 40 feet down, no matter what depth of water you were over, and going 1.2 to 1.4 seemed to be the ticket. Slow death is this type of presentation. Rather than having a 2 or 3 hook crawler harness, a slow death rig has a single hook with a specific bend that causes the whole rig to flip and twirl. And that really does a number on those walleyes when it comes to getting them to bite. So Mullet Lake is still going strong with multiple presentations. There's also a lot of great big perch being caught and mixed into those bags. So if you're looking for some fun, the whole fall season is in front of you. Mullet Lake for smallmouth bass, perch, and walleye right now.
This is our BH100, just our standard beverage holder designed to slide inside the track. There's a stainless steel screw in the middle. We tighten that up to our location, all machined aluminum. It fits a regular aluminum can with a koozie on there. It'll fit down inside here. Just a really good heavy duty aluminum beverage holder to support it. Put our coffee in there in the morning when we get up out of our foam cups from our stop on the way to our boat in the morning. So BH100 beverage holder.
So next stop of the day, we head on up to Marquette, Michigan. Now, it's been a bit since we heard from Mike Coziera from Marquette Adventures, and Mike tells me that the whole central UP is just on fire right now in the rivers. They're getting lots of fish in multiple different areas, multiple different rivers. They're getting runs of course, any kings that are up there. They're also starting to see steelhead come into the river, and they've got lots of native species being caught as well. Whether it's brook trout or brown trout or rainbow trout, they're just catching lots of fish in rivers. Now, if you're looking for another bit of fun, the UP is starting to cool off now, and way up there on the north shore of Superior, when you get any type of north wind, it cools off those inland lakes as well. And Mike says that they're getting a nice run of fall panfish and northern pike and walleye starting to feed up for the winter season. So how are they catching those? Well, the pike they're catching and the walleye on big crankbaits trolling break edges outside of weed lines. That's a normal presentation, and that works really well probably from now until November 1, until things really start to get cold and they get more lethargic. Bluegills are going to start to yard up in big schools offshore, which makes them with live scope, like I'm where you see my Garmin shirt. If you use live scope, you can literally cruise around with your live scope looking for those big rounded balls of schools of bluegills and crappies. And I'm telling you what, if you've ever been to Marquette County, almost every lake in Marquette County has got a great population of bluegills and crappie. It is probably one of the counties most known for having just solid pan fishing. And this time of the year, they get in those big groups off the first breaks. So I'd say 15 to 20 to 25 feet of water. And I'm talking big schools of fish where you can literally find them with your live scope, sit on them with your spot lock, flip out minnows and slip bobber rigs with just drop it right down into the school and have a gas. If you're looking for something fun to do, hook the boat up. Small boat, doesn't matter. A lot of these lakes are 200, 300, 400 acre lakes with lots of protection and lots of fish. And so Marquette County is an awesome destination to just go grab either a hotel room or one of the mom and pops resorts that's scattered throughout the whole region, and just spend a long weekend or a whole week getting away from it all, getting away from the stress of life and having fun bluegill, bass, and walleye fishing. So Marquette County, all species are on fire right now.
White River Tackle's Perch Pounder is the finest two-hook perch rig in the industry. Its unique fish skin technology, coupled with a soft glow bead, make the Perch Pounder irresistible to fish. Available in a variety of fish-catching colors, simply tip each hook with your favorite live bait and let the fun begin. So whether it's perch, crappie, or bluegill, ask for White River's Perch Pounder by name.
So our next stop, again, a spot we haven't visited a lot this year, Escanaba. But we've got some local contacts there on the bay, and they tell me, as you see, there's just a sunset picture and a bucket of awesome perch. Well, let me tell you something. Here's a note to the world. Little Bay de Noc in October is one of the best places to go for two species, big perch and big smallmouth bass. It gets really good for walleye as well, but that happens a little bit later in October into November. But I'm telling you what, if you like perch fishing in a protected situation from the Gladstone Narrows to the north tip of the bay, after October 1 with cooling weather, that seems to really get on fire. Now, you've got lots of different reef structures and weed edges to target the perch in from, I'd say, when the water's still warm like this, maybe 25 to 35 feet of water. And as it cools, they might slide into real shallow up, even into that 10 foot of water. They're super easy to catch once you locate them. And there's some really big jumbo perch mixed into your regular 8 to 10 inch catch bag. And if you're looking for smallmouth fishing and you love smallmouth fishing, there may be no better place to go to get 5 and 6 pound smallmouth in the state of Michigan than Escanaba in the fall. And I fished there on several occasions, filmed several shows there, and in every single show we catch a 5 or a 6 and lots of 3 to 4 pound fish. My buddy Scott Cormier from up there at Camping World right in downtown Escanaba is a really good bass fisherman, and we're gonna head out on the big water in October here in the next month or so and fish something. But he tells me those fish are already visiting the sand points. Now, when they're on top of the points, cloudy weather, early and late conditions, they're really accessible with tubes or with just a swim jig or a thunder cricket slow rolled on the top edges. Now, when they're off in the deep water, maybe 20 to 30 feet of water on the bottom of the roll on these major points throughout Little Bay, then the best way to get them is a drop shot or to slow sink a heavier tube and just crawl drag that along the bottom. Some of the best colors are a goby color imitation bait, either a green pumpkin with gold fleck or a magic goby, which is more of a purple bait with gold fleck. Those two colors are awesome on that body of water and catch a lot of fish. So if you're looking for a fun adventure, check out the greater Escanaba area and Little Bay to Knock for a combo perch and bass show.
Why Lakeside Motor Sports in Nelson Speed Shop for your outdoor fun adventure? Michigan's Pontoon Superstore. Motorcycles, both street and dirt. Outboard and inboards, UTVs, ATVs, fishing boats, golf carts, trailers, generators, lawnmowers, both zero turn and push behind. From over 36 name brand manufacturers. And a top-notch service department with a state-of-the-art service facility. Why would you go anywhere else? For any kind of outdoor fun and adventure, we got it, so come get it. Your summer fun begins at Lakeside Motorsports and Nelson Speed Shop.
So guys, last stop of the day is the greater Traverse City region, and Captain Tony DiFilippo tells me he has been whacking high quality bass all season long there on either bay. But what's best about the fall is now that starts to open up the hot bite for inland lakes like Green and Leelanau and Torch, as well as Elk. All of those lakes are going really well now the minute that weather starts to change. So how has Tony been catching these fish? Basically, this time of year when you got fish on deep edges, drop shotting is the best way to fish. Now, you could also chunk a big half-ounce squadron jig head on a 3.75 or a 5.0 swim bait. That's going to work good too, but just make sure you're using a heavy enough weight to get yourself all the way to the bottom when you're running those clam flats or any type of rock or hard bottom, because you want to get it all the way to the bottom and then pop it once and just really slow roll it. Otherwise, I'm a proponent of the drop shot at this time of year. It's an easier way to get it down there. You can also work it real slow and finesse. And just remember, with a drop shot, don't be in a hurry. You're going to have to jiggle that tip and really watch. You can reel it a few reels, stop, let it settle, jiggle it again. If you don't get fish, just keep on moving. Should be able to mark those fish because they're in deeper water. Hey guys. Like I said, we're here at Captain Chuck's in Ludington. I'm standing in front of my Spin Doctors display where I'm always home in the corner. But let me tell you what, they are loaded to the gills here at Captain Chuck's. Most of the racks have got a good supply of baits on. They're getting geared up for late fall fishing as well as archery season. A lot of guys wandering in and taking a look at the archery display, all of the stuff. If you've got bows that need to be serviced, they'll do that here at Captain Chuck's. Maybe you need new broadheads, whatever it is, maybe you need it restrung, the archery department here at Captain Chuck's is chugging along. Now, if you're looking for, baits for fall fishing, Hanlon Lake or the river, we've got a good supply of that here at Captain Chuck's as well. So, hey, no matter where you're fishing in the greater Ludington area, or if you're just coming to visit, take a stop into Captain Chuck's, get what you need, go out and have a lot of fun. And until next week, we'll see you somewhere here on the Outdoors Report from Fisherman's Digest.